I'm calling in the creator to the CEO who crave creating community and cash to create it like a boss. With me, Katrina Julia, as your host, multi-passionate entrepreneur, creator, and CEO who has walked from fear to faith, self-hate to love, corporate to calling, and continues to, with experience in 7+ industries, 7,000+ creators and startups, 2 creators to Fortune 500 brands, including Google, NBC, Victoria's Secret, and more. If you are ready to create it like never before in faith, wellness, wealth, marketing, business, travel, and more, this is the show for you. If this is your time to have freedom in all forms as you create it like a boss, let's create it. Welcome to the April 7-minute snapshot. I get it. Finding ways to simplify and amplify ways to create it is not for the faint of heart. If you're craving creating community and cash, I got you. Side note, if you would love to be featured in a creator snapshot, definitely check out our influencer, media, and ambassadorship opportunities via www.bit.ly/FLC influencer. So let's create it with a snapshot in the creator to CEO community. So number one, how are you creating an online community? An amazing example of this, of course, is a podcast, but even deeper is my creator to CEO circle that you can join for free with tips, tools, tech, challenges, and most recently, creator CEO opportunities, typically at 100K or more every single year, that I've personally curated from different platforms that likely you don't know about yet to create it. Number two, which priorities are you focused for IRL, in real life? So, for example, this could be connecting in a co-working space. This could be joining a local organization, like you guys have heard me talk about Atlanta Girl Gang last year. This could be creating your own workshop wherever you are in the world, and or a retreat like my Bali and Mexico retreats coming up in October and November of 2024. Side note, if you are listening to this, you are getting insight in places that I'm sharing only exclusively into my early bird option with $2,000 off. So definitely check out my retreats at www.fitlifecreation.com/retreats, or in the link in the show notes, you can find the link as well. Number three, how will you create it with community with no limits? So one of my core values is community. So, and it's been coming up even more in 2024, which is interesting because I absolutely love my alone time, but I also crave community. So there's ways that, for example, I'm constantly expanding my mind on how it gets to show up online and in real life. So some of the in real life examples is doing things with Get Your Guide. And for example, this past Friday, I went on an adventure to Phi Phi Island. So that's an example. Another example recently online is via Brands Meet Creators community and contributing avidly in that community as an example that, things that I'm doing to create it. Number four, what will you do to 10x to 100x the impact? So one online way that I'm doing it, and I talk about this tool and a lot more on my 75 tips, tools, and tech, both in the Creator CEO Circle and in the link in the show notes, is I use an incredible tool called repurpose.io that literally repurposes my content, including the podcast, 10x, 100x without me doing anything in a circular velocity type of way, meaning one episode gets shared multiple times, and then from there, things get shared multiple times, on and on and on. Another way is automation with Kajabi. Another way is using a virtual assistant. Another way is already imagining scaling retreats with retreat leaders. So those are some examples and a preview into my brain, or as one of my mentors once said, my beautiful mind, my beautiful brain. So this is your invitation to the free Creator to CEO Community Circle to create it. And remember, the actions we take are literally like compound interest in our money, both in the being and in the doing. It all adds up and multiplies over time. As always, remember, create, transform, and inspire. You are born to. All the chats on faith, wellness, money, marketing, business, and travel, so you create a life and business you already. Head on over to the blog, the podcast, and the freebies to jumpstart your transformation. If you're ready to dive into the online courses, the live events, or the retreat, and if you want to create with our community on an even deeper level, definitely check out our internships, our influencer collaborations, management, and brand engagement. Let's create it.